Hello, I'm John Denver. From the time I was a small child, I've been in love with nature. The mountains, the ocean, the desert, the forests. Nature has always been the greatest source of comfort and inspiration in my life. And certainly my music is filled with metaphors from nature. As I've had the opportunity to travel around the world, I've grown to appreciate all of Mother Nature, all of the earth, and all of its people. And it pains me to see the damage that we do to one another and to the planet. And I personally am committed to doing whatever I can to make it better for all of us. The stated purpose of the WinStar Foundation is to be a catalyst for responsible action on a global scale toward a sustainable future. I believe that it's going to take all of us working together to solve the problems that confront us, whether it's ending hunger, promoting world peace, or creating a healthy environment. I believe that each one of us makes a difference. From the first time I heard his name, Buckminster Fuller was a hero to me. It was one of the greatest thrills of my life to have met Bucky, and beyond that, to spend time with him and to develop a really close relationship. Bucky was an incredible inspiration to me, as he has been to people all over the world. Bucky personifies for me the difference that an individual can make and the possibility of what one man can do. That, in fact, was the name of a song that I wrote for Bucky on his 85th birthday. And in that song, I talked about Bucky as being the grandfather of the future. You see, Bucky always presented us with the big picture. And the video that you're about to see explores the potential benefits of a global option that Bucky proposed 20 years ago. This proposal supports a global plan for ending hunger, third world development, environmental benefits, stemming the population explosion, and a universal increase in our standard of living. The proposal presented in this video offers a unique solution to many of our current global problems. Over the past 3 years, a network of people around the world have been educating us to its benefits and encouraging us to take a stand for its creation. Due to their efforts, the project has created a focus for global cooperation. I invite you to watch and listen carefully because it's important, and then to take action. The video will show you how. Thank you.
Since the beginning of time, mankind has relied on energy for survival. Primitive man discovered fire and its uses. Our time on this planet can be seen historically as a search for newer forms and uses of energy. Energy to give us warmth, light, comfort, more leisure time. As a species, we have been eminently successful. So successful. We are now at a crossroad in our history. A crossroad in time so critical that the choice we make now can determine the survival of humans on planet Earth. Industrial pollution, carried into the atmosphere as gases. Gases caught in the clouds to fall as acid rain. These clouds do not respect international boundaries. They go where the forces of nature take them. The greenhouse effect will heat our planet to the point where life as we know it may dramatically change. Smog hangs like a pall over our great cities. Waterways are polluted. Beaches are so beset by pollution from waste and accidents. These problems are global, not just confined to the rich and powerful industrialized nations. The poor nations of the world face staggering problems. Massive debts, chronic hunger, poverty, drought, famine, in a deadly cycle. We look at these problems. They seem insurmountable. What can we do to change this, we ask? And each one of us, seeing ourselves as just one individual, do what people have done for centuries. Hope the problems will go away. This is the time of choice. We are at the crossroads. A time of self-destruction, or a different way. A way that will ensure that not only our children, but the many generations to come after them will still have a planet to support them. Haven't we had enough? What if a new global option existed that could provide a solution? Proposed 2 decades ago, a revolutionary yet simple idea. It emerged from the biggest single contributing factor to the problems facing the world: energy, produced at a cost that goes way beyond the economic. Energy that we take for granted. Throw a switch and the light comes on. Throw another and we have warmth, healthcare, transport, entertainment. Another switch and the giant presses and foundries of our factories swing into production. Without energy, our civilization would grind to a halt. It is so much a part of our lives that we cannot do without it. Yet, can we afford to live with it? When its uses were first discovered, electricity was seen as the servant that would lead humankind into a utopian future. Now, the generation of electricity is one of the largest contributing factors to the global environmental crisis. Power stations, which use fossil fuels like coal and oil, pour forth their residues to contaminate our atmosphere, waters, and land. The mines that are needed to fuel them cut swathes through the land. The dramatic events of Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island are well known. The disposal of nuclear waste is potentially even more damaging. These non-renewable sources of power generation are taking a terrible toll on our planet. Yet there are abundant power sources that can operate in harmony with the environment. Hydropower and geothermal are well proven. At the cutting edge, solar, wind, and wave generation. Eventually, renewable energy could provide the entire planet with an abundance of wealth, sustaining development for eons. No matter how power is generated, it must be transmitted from the generator to where it is needed. 20 years ago, Buckminster Fuller proposed a scheme to link the regional power distribution networks into a global electric energy grid. A man with great foresight, Fuller gave the world the geodesic dome and a multitude of other contributions. He proposed the linking of the world's electrical generation as the highest priority solution to the world's most pressing problems. On Fuller's Dymaxion map, it is easy to see how the global energy grid can link the nations of the world.